Yeah, but is that the AGI we were waiting for?
Here we have GPT-5. Sam Altman teased just a few months ago, said it's coming this summer, and we've finally got it. I'm hearing a lot of still mixed but pretty good things about it, and it's pretty gosh darn cheap as well, for a reason that you don't think about, but we'll get into that. $1.25 per million input tokens and $10 per million output tokens, which puts it in line with Gemini 2.5. There are 3 models been released with a 4th on the way. You've got GPT-5 Mini, which is 25 cents input, $2 out. GPT-5 Nano, which is 5 cents per million input, 40 cents out, which again, just 2 really fast performant models and alternatives to Big Daddy. 400,000 input context window with 120,000 output. Token caching offers 90% discount on those things. So that's a pretty big savings, to be honest. Knowledge cutoff date is the September 30th of the year 2024. So still, you know, it's funny how behind we are in some ways. But GPT-5 outperforms or matches models like Claude 4, Grok 4 at a fraction of the cost. And again, we'll get into that. One thing that's really, really cool about GPT-5 and very, very, very impressive is they've got hallucinations down to 1%. And you know, obviously, ideally, we want 0% hallucinations. But you ask a human, humans probably hallucinate more than 1%. Do you know what I mean?
Much more, yeah.
And you got I can't say it, over agreeableness.
In simple words, it's going to agree with you less, which is a good thing. These AI models in general, whatever you tell them, they tend to agree with you, even if you are dead wrong.
It's available through the API, but you should see this roll out in your ChatGPT throughout the week. It's a unified system that answers more questions and deeper reasoning model, thinking model for harder problems and a real-time router that quickly decides, which is something you've been after for a while, which used based on conversation type, complexity and tool needs, and your explicit intent. For example, if you say, think hard about this in the prompt, it will obviously think and do more things. So that real-time routing is really cool. You just set it and forget it. A real good general model. Apparently it's good for like coding as well, and specifically UI. It's really quite a modern, clean UI. Do you know, it's just struck me actually, maybe a lot of the UI sucks because the training data is only up until like, you know, 2023 or something like that. Whereas we've re-established a bit of a trend over the last year, which GPT-5 might be up to date on.
They show one piece of a UI. It blew my mind when I saw it. I was like,
I don't think it's good at
it's that
Next.js thing. Oh, this thing.
Yeah.
I think it was all right. I mean, I didn't think that was. I mean, that game was symbolic of its UI. I think the glowy neon thing. But you know when a website is AI generated because they all have their distinctive look and feel. And I think we'll start to see, oh, that's a GPT-5 generated website.
I want to try this model and see if it can help me in Cursor because I showed my I'm back in Cursor, right? And I showed what I was coding with Cursor with AI. I made a React app and I showed it to my developer, to Aykut, which we had on 2 episodes before. He had a stroke. He saw my code and he just had a stroke. How bad the code was. Like it was, everything was depreciated. Like the syntax was, we had just so many errors. And the code extensions like even was wrong. Like so many things was wrong.
The results you get from AI is average at best. It's always going to be
best. Yeah.
So it's an important thing to remember. Like you think you're a new not you. I'm you know, someone is a new developer. They come in, they think they can write code because they've got AI now. Not even close, buddy. Like it's a good starting point, and I absolutely implore you to enjoy it and launch that website and whatever, but understand there's so much more to it. But anyway, let's keep going with the GPT-5 stuff. Once usage limits are reached, a mini version of each model handles the remaining queries. That's nice, isn't it? And they in future they plan to integrate these capabilities into a single model. That's interesting. It's like mixture experts, but it's like not, because that little expert is probably a distilled version of the knowledge it needs. Really cool. Here we go. The GPT-5 is our strongest coding model to date. It shows particular improvements in complex front-end generation and debugging larger repositories. So debugging and then front-end generation, which I've only really seen, like, again, single page things rather than actually creating a decent code base as well, though it can debug larger code bases, which is pretty cool. And I saw the video, and a lot of people were one-shotting their basic piece of software, which is really cool. I mean, this is just nice, isn't it? Oh, I can play it. Hey, it's got sound and everything.
Yeah.
That's nice. Creative expression and writing, which traditionally Claude was good for. Health Bench making an appearance again, being good at Health Bench, which is cool to see. The thing we haven't discussed, I alluded to earlier, is that now, while this is the same price as Gemini 2.5 Pro, $1.25 in, $10 out, the efficiency of the return tokens and the reasoning tokens that it takes to actually give you a response is so much better than Gemini. I think the real number we need to look at when it comes to price is price per like token or price per prompt or something like that. So, you know, whilst again it's already, I think Gemini 2.5 is pretty reasonable. The fact that it's the same price but it's way more efficient means your average prompt takes far less tokens, far less. So it's really cool. So I don't know how much GPT-5 Pro is going to be, but that is a model that's going to be coming. But you can see some of the stats here. It's really button up against some of these sort of numbers here. And again, from a price, like I think O3 is quite expensive. I think O3 is really quite expensive. I forgot what it is. Frontier Math obviously doing very well here. It's beating out O4 Mini and O3 here.
Yeah, but from what I see, it's literally 0.4% better than ChatGPT Agent plus browser. Like, isn't it like a very small incremental change?
Well, you're right. Like 20, what are you talking about here to this and then this to this? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
I think
very little.
I think this is why I don't care too much. I mean, it's good little, good little indicator, these graphs and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it comes down to real world usage. The feeling is that the real world usage is actually something to take note of. But saying that, these graphs were very different 24 hours ago. So we had 52% showing more than 69 and 30 were both the same here. And it was showing that 52 was higher than these sorts of things. But now they've fixed these graphs now. Good for agentic and tool use as well, which we love as coders, long horizon tasks and obviously tool usage and things like that. I think that's the biggest letdown on this model, is that I think we are expecting kind of like a Google moment of this model can do all of this stuff. Like it can make videos. Like if you put in, you can give videos as a source, or you can make code from a video in Gemini 2.5. I think we were expecting something more than just a text-based input output thing. Okay. Do you know what I mean? The multimodal capabilities are just not impressive at all, to be honest. They accept images. That's it.
So from what I understand, the ChatGPT-5 is just overall a bit cleaner, a bit cheaper, a bit like having everything put together, but it's not a revolutionary model. It's not significantly better than the previous models. It's just one simple, cheaper, faster model that does.
I think it's consistent as well. Like when it comes to hallucinations, did I just see something around here? Less agreeable, fewer unnecessary emojis. I think they said something about M dashes as well.
Yeah, but is that the AGI we were waiting for? We are going to give you fewer unnecessary emojis and M dashes. I already have this, by the way, in my prompts everywhere.
Lacking. It's lacking the understanding of the way that humans actually write, and we write with grammatical errors. We don't write M dashes. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. GPT-5 is out there in the world. We're all very excited. What more can you say?
This is part of a larger conversation on my show, Cmd+AI, which we stream live every single week. We discuss the news and all things related to AI in the world of design and web. Catch us next week and join in the banter.